Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everyone. Happy Thursday. Today is episode 89, I believe, of the Amazon Ads Raw Daily Podcast. It will be about the Amazon Accelerate event in Seattle. Day one was yesterday, Wednesday, and we will summarize a couple of announcements from yesterday and talk about this. So stay tuned for some of these announcements. The event did happen. So day one did happen yesterday in Seattle. This is Pacific times. I'm located in Berlin, which means I'm 9 hours ahead of that time, meaning I've not been up and awake until very late in the night. I'm trying to gather some of these informations from people from the US over LinkedIn who already wrote some summaries. So we will just quickly go through some of these announcements I saw from people from Amazon or outside of Amazon, but from the Amazon community on these announcements, and we will just go through them together in a real quick episode today as that. And next week, I will try to gather a few more in-depth opinions on some of these initiatives. I think one of the biggest announcements from the Amazon Accelerate event yesterday was Amazon has introduced something called Supply Chain by Amazon. This is a fully automated supply chain service, and this new initiative aims to assist sellers in efficiently transporting products from manufacturing locations to global customers. So basically, what you can see here is Amazon is expanding its seller services or support from the warehousing into the logistics into the whole supply chain. So basically, now you only have to do your purchase order in the manufacturing location, and then from there, Amazon will do everything for you if you signed up to all the different services. So Amazon Supply Chain, Amazon Global Logistics, Amazon Partnered Carrier Program, Amazon Warehouse Distribution, Multi-Channel Distribution, these kind of things, Amazon Fulfillment for sending it out, picking, packing, and so on and so forth. This is a big announcement, as it shows that Amazon is very, very clear about their mission on the logistics side and basically helping sellers to do the things which they believe matters. Obviously, it's kind of a question on time, I believe. Will Amazon eventually also do like the purchase orders at some point, kind of have the connections to the manufacturers as well, and then they do the purchase orders as well? Because in the announcement it also reads in the end like, furthermore, automatic inventory replenishment is available with FBA, tapping into machine learning and supply chain optimization to meet customers' demand promptly. Automatic inventory replenishment. That usually means you'll get your inventory into the FBA warehouses from your third-party logistics, but you'll have to have this in your third-party logistics, or you have it at the manufacturing site if you use Amazon Amazon supply chain. So not 100% sure. I'm not a logistics expert, as you know. I'm an advertising specialist, so this is all kind of blurry to me. But it seems Amazon expanding its reach here, and all right, that was was unexpected. There's actually they call it like a hazard alarm test happening today in Germany, and that was this test. Okay, I was not expecting that. Wasn't prepared. Sorry for that. All right, let's go into more announcements. So Amazon supply chain was one of the big announcements. But they did much more of these announcements yesterday. So John Dirkitz, I talked about him already. I really like him. I also would recommend you to sign up to his newsletter. He did a very good recap of what happened. So supply chain by Amazon, we talked about that. Amazon shipping is another thing which is kind of connected to that. Amazon introduced a new ground delivery option called Amazon Shipping that features 2 to 5 days delivery throughout the week, and over the weekend, no residential surcharges or weekend delivery fees. Amazon also introduced something like Smart Seller Central homepages. So they all kind of revamped the whole homepage structure. I think they did it already like last year or something like that. But it will be, should be much more easier to go into your homepage and then kind of see what is really important for you and what is not important, because there's so much things going on. There's so many tabs and all these kind of things. And it's, not everything is visible in the homepage, and maybe they make it better there. Then they announced something like Weco reduced rates. Amazon Weco is a free middle channel shipping software, and this is now also offering better carrier rates plus up to 5% back with Weco credit. So this is kind of a reduced rates for this. What else? Simplified listing management. It seems like sellers use multiple listing dashboards to improve listings, inactive listing, manage listings, and so on and so forth. And Amazon is unifying all of those disparate dashboards. So they should be launching this year. And that would be super helpful, I believe, because your listing is your main asset, and improve the listing, fix bugs, do A/B tests on your pictures, improve bullet points, A+ content. This is all super important. And then I announced something like Emerald notifications. This is a pilot program which integrates third-party app notifications into Seller Central. Like they announced like 10 to 15 of these third-party apps that are now integrated, and more to come. So you can think about that, like there's external companies creating data-driven automations, notifications, buy box losses, out of stock, hijacker, I don't know, review changes, content changes, or whatsoever. And these notifications would be triggered from the third-party apps, and they are now coming to your Seller Central and eventually also to your homepage to make it easier to actually have everything in one place. Jungle Scout and Gedida were two of the early apps in the program, which seems to be very, very cool. And then a big piece was also generative AI. Obviously, this is the topic of the year. Generative AI. Amazon is bringing more of this to the product listing creation. Basically, you give it a couple of words in your picture and so on and so forth, and then it helps you create title, bullets, and so on, and the descriptions. So let's see how that is actually turning out. I believe it will help in the beginning, and then obviously you have to work a little bit on those things. Let's see what Jeffrey Cohen, who is working at Amazon Ads, said about this. Amazon Shipping, Weco, Seller Central improvements. There will be something about escalating support cases, new seller forum experience, seller polls. So a couple of, let's say, Seller Central improvements to make it easier and better usability, better experience for the sellers. And then lots of talking points about Gen AI listing management. We just talked about that. Protections. Protection for sellers. Amazon addresses the pain point associated with fraud and false claims. As part of these updates, they will now allow for signature on delivery for sellers who ship their own product. In addition, you can You can add additional information about the conditions of the items you're shipping, saving millions of dollars on refunds. So this seems to be a new announcement. And there's much, much, much more coming. Also, Andy Jassy made it clear that generative AI has worked throughout the whole organization. So it's not just on the seller side, but it will be on AWS, it will be in logistics eventually, if it does find some use cases there. So AI, machine learning, and these kind of stuff will be part of Amazon's future. All right, summing it up for the first day of Amazon Accelerate. So this is not everything which was announced. It's just a couple of things I found interesting and saw today. But summing it up, there's like five main themes: innovative capabilities to empower success, saving your time and money, like generative AI, for example. Inclusive community where your voice is heard, meaning like the seller forums and the seller ports. A place where you launch and build a successful brand. So this is something Amazon tries to do, partnering at every stage of a journey. This means like supply chain, shipping, FBA, global logistics, and something for the local community as well. So yeah, let's see what they will announce today. And we will talk about that tomorrow. And next week, I'll pick a couple of these announcements and go in depth and how they will turn out for sellers or even for us in the advertising. I hope there will be a couple of advertising announcements happening as well. Have not been many yet. I expect a couple to come, and I would expect to see Search Query Performance API as one of these announcements. Let's see how this turns out. Thank you very much for listening. Have a wonderful day. See you. Bye-bye.